dozen Guttenberg residents took time out of their Friday night to pay respects to those who had their lives taken on September 11, 2001. Police Sergeant Juan Barrera was the master of ceremonies, at one point stating that the 9/11 tragedy seems like yesterday.
I wish to thank all of you for attending our memorial service to pay tribute to all who lost their lives on September 11, 2001. 14 years have passed. It seems like yesterday. Firefighters, EMS, police, and civilians, young and old, were all victims of this despicable act. As we remember the terrible events of September 11, we must all recognize our great need for guidance and protection. As we continue our service to our town, county, state, and nation, we must all work diligently and vow that this will never happen again.
After acknowledging the first responders on hand, such as the Guttenberg Police Department, North Hudson Regional Fire and Rescue, and the Weehawken Ambulance Squad, Guttenberg Mayor Gerald Drashiff reflected on the aftermath of the horrific acts of terrorism, recognizing the two town residents who lost their lives as a result of the attack.
For those of us that live in this area and were present on that day, there's really no need for a special ceremony in order for us to be reminded of that day. Many of us know someone who perished, or know someone who knew someone. For weeks, we watched the smoke rise from the rubble where the two towers once stood. For years, we looked at the gap in the skyline where we were used to seeing those two towers. In Guttenberg, we're very much aware of the real loss of two of our residents, Rebecca Lee Kabori, who lived in the Summit House, and Robert Seary, who was raised in this town and was serving as a Port Authority police lieutenant on that day. Their families and friends who continue to live among us are constant reminders of the losses that were experienced on that day.
Family members of Robert Seary, a Port Authority police lieutenant who died while trying to rescue victims trapped in the World Trade Center, accepted a wreath and flower bouquet from Drashiff on behalf of the town. After Barrera powerfully stated that the terrorists would never defeat the USA, the ceremony concluded with those in attendance singing "God Bless America."
Radicals who were and are bent on destroying our way of life in the greatest country in human history. I know you join me in saying that they will not succeed. The spirit of those lost on September 11 leads us to fight for the United States of America.
I'm John Heides with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.